Hey friends, what's up? College Essay Guy here. So here are 5 ways to write a horrible personal statement and what to do instead. Number 1, maybe don't treat your college essay / personal statement as an English class essay. What do I mean? Well, an English class essay is usually got like an intro with a thesis, like 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion that probably restates your thesis. That's not what we're doing here. Instead, your personal statement should demonstrate skills, qualities, values, and interests that you're bringing with you to a college campus. So if an English essay is sort of analytical and outwardly focused on some text, instead your personal statement is going to be inwardly focused, and you are the text. You are the thing that's being analyzed. You're trying to bring soul and personality to what otherwise is a bunch of numbers on a paper. Number 2, maybe don't just copy and paste from ChatGPT. Now, side note, ChatGPT can be an awesome tool, but when it comes to your personal statement, I wouldn't recommend it. Why? As recently as yesterday, I was chatting with the executive director of admission from Harvey Mudd College, because we're prepping for an upcoming podcast. And I said, Raisa, what do you think about ChatGPT? What's your take? And she said, it's soulless. And I said, well, what do you mean? She's like, well, we actually in the office looked at our prompts, we took them and we put them into ChatGPT and asked it to write a college essay from the perspective of a 17-year-old interested in X, Y, and Z. And the results were pretty, in her words, canned. So 3 reasons to not use ChatGPT. Number 1, integrity. I want you to be able to submit an application that you feel proud of and that represents your true, original, authentic work. Number 2, you're going to learn a whole lot more about your writing, about how to construct your thoughts and ideas if you don't use ChatGPT, if you go through the old school way of actually writing your essay. And number 3, and this is the most important part for me in this process, I feel like you're going to learn a whole lot more about yourself by not using ChatGPT. It starts with finding an awesome topic, which I'll talk with you about at the end of tip number 5. Number 3, maybe don't treat your personal statement just like a resume. What do I mean? Well, I think sometimes students feel a little bit insecure that the college admission reader isn't going to see all of the awesome activities and awards and accomplishments that they've got. What I'll say is spend some really good time working on your activities list and your awards list, and if you want, your additional information section if you want to expand on those. Because if you do a great job explaining all of those things in that part of your application, if you treat it like a doting mother who's just like saying all the awesome things about you, then you'll be able to be like, and you'll be able to show up in your personal statement with your personality, your sense of humor, your weirdness, and all these other qualities that are going to contribute to a college campus. Side note, I'm not saying that you shouldn't still show awesome qualities in your personal statement, like intellectual vitality and curiosity and your ability to take initiative. You can totally show those things through specific examples in your personal statement. I'm just saying don't make it your personal statement some excuse to basically be like, look at all this awesome stuff that I've done. Put all the awesome stuff elsewhere in the application. Number 4, don't focus too much on challenges in your personal statement without showing growth. Now, side note, for those of you who haven't faced challenges, or you feel like you have faced challenges, but you don't necessarily want to write about them, I'll link to a guide below that's about why you don't have to write about trauma in your personal statement in order to stand out. But for those of you who have faced challenges and want to write about them, I want to encourage you to use this 3-part structure. Number 1, what was the challenge you faced? And importantly, what were the effects of those challenges on you? Which is to say, what were the impacts on your life? How is your life different from somebody else? But importantly, I want you to make sure that you put that in like the first third of the essay. Because then I want you to transition in the middle of the essay to what you did about it. How did you work to overcome or to fight against whatever that challenge was? Another way of thinking about this is, what were the needs that you developed during that time? And how did you get those needs met? That's part 2, that's the middle of your essay, the middle like 200 to 250 words. The ending is all about what you've learned from the experience and how you've grown. And again, think of this as about 200 words. I want to know, what insights did you develop? What new superpowers or skills? College admission readers are only just so interested in the challenge you faced. Yes, you can put it in there, but think of it as the setup for starting a period of growth where you did some stuff and you learned some stuff. How did you metabolize the experience? That's what college admission officers want to know. Number 5, and this is where many students go wrong, I want to say maybe don't write on a very common topic. And what I'm talking about here is common extracurricular activities, common sports like basketball, football, volleyball, common instruments, piano, violin, guitar. Why? Because so many students have written about these things and write about them every year. It just becomes really hard to stand out. Instead, put those in your activities list, put those in your supplemental essays if you must, And instead, I want you to choose a topic that's going to be A, more uncommon, and B, more elastic, which is to say, stretchy enough to talk about lots of different sides of you. Now, if you're like, how do I find such a topic? I'll link to a video below that's on 7 different ways to find a personal statement topic, and it's got some exercises. It'll take you about 20-25 minutes to work through, but by the end of that, you should have some better topics, because a better topic is much more likely to lead to a better essay. But you gotta be excited about it. I want you to be excited about your essay topic. If you're interested in help on your college essays, I have an amazing team that would love to help you out. I'll put the link below. And if you're like, I can't afford one-on-one help, don't worry, we've got something called the Matchlighter Scholars Program, which gives 10 hours of free essay and application help to students who qualify. You can also check that out below. All right, much love, like, subscribe, and you'll find lots more free resources at collegeessayguy.com. Bye.